Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Hello and welcome back to the Plies and Hellhounds channel. I'm your human host Gabby. You can find me everywhere online as Gabbigales, and I sell hand-dyed yarn at Plies and Hellhounds and pliesandhellhounds.com. This is a crafty puppy interrupted channel coming to you from Central Connecticut, here in my craft room, which I've decided upon recording I want this to be like Hobbit hole French medieval cottage style. So this might be the only white room in my entire house, but maybe like an off-white and then like fake beams. I don't know. I just thought like it'd be really cute, little cozy cottage hobbit hole, but in the sky, because it's upstairs. This is not the video for today. The video for today is I want to become a pumpkin girl. It is September. I saw this post on Instagram and immediately fell in love with her and decided I want to be her. The end. And luckily I do have a checkered orange and black top already. I just need a black dress to go over it. So I want to make one because I got my sewing machine fixed. I have not used her. I haven't made anything in this craft room yet. I built her up, I cleaned her, and then I abandoned her like a sad plant, which I also have a lot of those too. So my goal today, / over the course of this video, is to make that dress. I am getting inspiration from Rachel Maxey because I want to be her and also be like best friends with her. Please. And she has this black pinafore that I have been obsessed with for years, so I'm going to try and make that. That is my goal. I have the knowledge to make a skirt out of a rectangle and some bodice pieces from my tutor days, and an entire bolt of this random black fabric that you have seen multiple times. It has not worked in many an outfit, but you know what? We're gonna try. We're gonna give it a shot. So that is my plan. That is my goal. Today, on this recording day, I am hoping to at least get the pattern cut out. I'm going to do a lining for the bodice just to give it a little bit more structure and just get the lining to fit. So that is the dream. The goal is to do a square neckline, Tudor style pinafore with, I think, buttons up the sides, mostly because I don't know if I have any zippers and I don't feel like shopping, pockets, and length TBD, but probably long for maximum frolicking, obviously. And yeah, the ghost in the photo has a beret. I don't know if I'll make a beret. If I have any non-superwash black yarn on hand, I think I'll do that beret pattern that was floating around last year, 2 years ago, 8 years ago. Time is a lie. And if not, I have a black sun hat. Also, I don't really wear hats. They don't stay on my head. It's just a thing. It's just how it goes. So yeah, that is my plan. That is what I want to do. So let's go become pumpkins. Please and thank you. The first thing I did was retrace the pattern onto some basically freezer paper. The original pattern itself is from the Tudor Tailor, which I will link down below, but this pattern is pushing 6 or 7 years old at this point, so my size has changed since then, so I am adding I think I added 3 inches to each side just to make it my current size. I repeated this step with the back half of the pattern, added 5/8 seam allowance, and then cut them out. For the lining, I use this white linen that I have tons of, no idea where it came from, probably a grandma basement stash. But I used the white so I could mark everything up because I knew I was going to add darts to it. And it was just easier to see on the white fabric versus a black fabric. If I were to do this again, I would use a darker fabric for the lining. But because I was like making everything up as I went, I wanted to be able to see the adjustments that I had to make. I then sewed the sides together and sewed the shoulder seams together. I did leave open the left side because I knew that's where the closure was going to be, but I just sewed it together like any other top to see how it fit. As you can see in the pattern now, there are some darts, so I did my adjustments on the lining, and then after I was happy with that bit, I cut out of the fashion fabric, the main fabric, the black fabric. I cut out the fabric I wanted the dress to look like. I'm a professional, I swear. I did the same thing with the black fabric. I sewed the side seams and the shoulder seams, and then I sewed along the neckline, right sides together with the lining. I then pinned the armholes shut and top stitched them to finish those. You could use bias tape for this too. I just didn't want to make any. After finishing the bodice, it was time to make the skirt. I know there's a recipe for making pleats and skirts, but I just measured one of the panels on the skirt I was wearing and used that as a guide for how I wanted each of the panels. Rectangle skirts are kind of my go-to. They're super easy. Just cut out 2 rectangles, sew together, and then gather or pleat down to your waist measurement, and you have a skirt. It's not as circle flowy as a circle skirt, a real good swoosh to it. Then I became my pure floor goblin self and pleated both panels down to my waist measurements. I then did 2 rows of basting stitches over the pins and ironed the pleats just to keep them in their shape while I attach the skirt to the bodice. Attaching the skirt to the bodice was a little finicky, once again on my floor goblin troll life, but usually in something like this I would sew the skirt to the bodice front, iron the raw edges up, and then fold over the lining and stitch that down. But this time I just sewed the lining and the bodice right sides together to the skirt and use my serger to finish the seams. Just to make it easier on myself, because I knew I was kind of under a time crunch if I wanted to wear this to the DC trip. Which I did. Spoiler alert. And now it is time for the final closures. I did try this on and wear it, but it was a little bit big. So I snipped the buttons off and reattached the Muse embroidery thread, folding the placket over and just moving the buttons in by about an inch. And with that, I will see you in the reveal. Bug holes. Gross. She is done. I've actually worn this dress to DC before recording this. I think this is going to be my Indian Tangled outfit. If I were to do this again, I think I would start with an actual dress pattern, but that's only so I don't have to think about things. I believe what took me so long to do everything. I know how to make a skirt. I know how to make a bodice. I know how to attach them together. But sometimes when there's one brain cell working real hard, it doesn't want to do that. So yeah, she is done, and I love her. I did steal Jake's belt. I have to get a new one. I lost mine, or it broke. I don't know which one. But yeah, this is gonna be my Indian Tangled outfit. I am wearing it with my sweet lace pullover by Susan Lynn. I have to do my nails, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy with it. It is peak frolicking fall witchy love. The pocket is amazing. I love it. And yeah, I think she's good. This was fun. I miss sewing. I miss making things. Sorry, my bracelet keeps hitting the table. I do have another sewing project video in mind. I just have to find a pattern for it. But I've got material. I've got the idea. I just got to do it. So maybe November, maybe December. We'll see. That is the dress. That is the dress wrap up. 10 out of 10. I've used up all of this fabric from the grandma stash. I'm excited to start getting into different fabrics. Sorry, there's like 3 birds in the bird feeder, so I just want to watch them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and want to see more like it, feel free to subscribe. We put out videos almost every Sunday now. We are trying to reach 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. We are so close to hitting that goal. So if you are not subscribed, please do so. And just thank you so much for watching us here, supporting us through the yarn shop at pliesandhellhounds.com, and supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/pliesandhellhounds. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.